Hey everybody, my name is Stressball, and today we're going to solve a problem for Lupus. He asked me to make a randomizer, and as you can see, I built a generator right here that randomizes any input that I give it. So, Lupus, let's have a look. If I press this button, what do we get? A nice 3. Alright, let's press it again, and this time we get a 1. Let's press it again, and now we get a 2. We can keep pressing it. 4, 1, 3, 3, 4, 4. So as you can see, they're pretty random. Now keep in mind that Happy Wheels is a program. It is actually a game written in code. So it is impossible to generate something which is completely random. So this is pseudo random, I think they call it. It is based off an input that is kinda random. So today I'm going to teach you how to make a randomizer, and what we have right here is our randomizer. And what it is it's basically just a very fast spinning thing. Let's have a look at the behind the scenes. So as you can see, this is my randomizer right here, and it's spinning very fast. Yeah, let's build one from scratch. Okay, now I'm going to carefully explain how I made this. Pay close attention. If you're not that good at Happy Wheels mechanics, I'm going to explain it to you as good as I can. Let's have a go. So first of all, we're going to build the mechanism that spins. So just add your circle and your rectangle. And let's give them the same color. Next thing we're going to do, select the whole thing, uncheck fixed, set it to collision 3, and then group. So now we have the group. So basically we have a loose thing. Now we need to make it spin. So we're going to get our joint tool and we're going to pin it. And as you can see, I already have enable motor checked. So you want to have a motor torque, a motor speed, and enable motor checked. What you also want to do is check collide connected. Very important. What collide connected does is it makes this thing interact with other stuff. If I were to place a trigger down right here and I want this thing to touch this thing, then it needs to be collide connected. Okay, so now we have a spinning thing. Really cool. And it can't touch anything because it is collision 3. So if I want it to be able to touch anything, it needs to be collision 4. So let's do that. And let's demonstrate as well that I have a sleeping object right here. So this is sleeping, and as you can see, you can't touch it because it's collision 3. Okay, so what we need to do is we need to have a trigger going to our rotator and set it to change collision to 1. And then, so now it's not touching. If I touch the trigger, it suddenly touches stuff. And that's how our randomizer is going to work. So instead of a sleeping shape right here, we actually want to have another trigger. So I'm going to place that down, and I'm going to set it to triggered by any non-fixed shape. This counts as a non-fixed shape as soon as we set it to collision 1. However, if we keep it at collision 3, it is not a non-fixed shape, it is actually art. So keep that in mind. Okay, now we have trigger 7 right here. And we're gonna, let's give it an output. So the output right here is a ball falling. Just to demonstrate you that it works. Don't worry about the ball. So as you can see, not much is going on. But now when I jump, the ball falls. I could make this as fast as I want. And the jump seems more immediate. And now, if we make this invisible, you can see input is jumping, output ball falls. Alright, next thing we're gonna do is add another trigger. And this trigger is going to trigger a second ball. Let's give it another color, a green ball. And there we go. Don't forget to set this ball to interactive and sleeping as well. Okay, now if I jump, both of the balls fall. Of course with another speed, because this one's triggered right here and the other one's triggered right there, but they both fall. Now what we want to have is one ball falling. So what are we going to do about this? Well, we know that if we don't do anything, none of the balls fall, and if we do something, both of the balls fall. We can combine this. Now this is a bit tricky, so pay attention here. If I want to trigger the first ball, I need to jump and then trigger 7 and not trigger 8. So if I want to make this ball fall, again, I need to trigger 7. I hope you guys understand this. You need to trigger 7. Now if I want only this ball to fall, I need to trigger 7 and not trigger 8. So after trigger 7, the whole thing should be turned back to collision 3. Change collision 3. However, if I want the green ball to fall and only the green ball, I need to have trigger 8 and not another trigger. So after trigger 8 is triggered, I need to set this thing to collision 3. Collision 3. There we go. Let's see if it works. So we have the blue ball. I only have 2 inputs, so it could be a lot of blue ball and no green ball. There we go, the green ball. So it's working. And the reason that this is working so well when we're talking about random is because this guy is spinning really fast. So now if you want to have 4 inputs, it's actually really simple. Let's add 2 more balls and see. So we're gonna add a yellow ball and we're gonna add a red ball. Let's move this a little bit more to here. So we have a yellow ball sleeping and a red ball sleeping. And we're gonna add 2 more of these. So trigger 9 to the yellow ball to the thing. And trigger 9 sets it to collision 3. Trigger 9 triggered by 3. And then finally trigger 10. So again, red ball, spinner set to collision 3, triggered by 3. Done. And now it could be any of the balls. I could keep doing this forever and it could be a different one each time. We didn't have the green one yet. There we go. So that's how the randomizer works. Yeah, so completely random. So if I put it in debug draw, you can very clearly see how this is working. So the rotator is spinning really fast, and as soon as I press, boom, one of them is selected. Okay, Rick, cool story, but we have a problem because it only works once. I jump, a ball falls, and then I can keep jumping for whatever I want and no ball is gonna fall. The first problem here is that if we look at debug draw, after I jump, the trigger that I use disappears. So this trigger above my head is gonna disappear and one of these 4 that is used is gonna disappear. So whoop. And we're left with 3 triggers that we can't really use. So what we need to do is make them reusable. And the way you can do that is simply by setting the repeat type to 2. Alright, so there goes one. That was the yellow one again. Here's the green one. I think that was the green or the yellow one. Let's hope we get a blue one. Yeah, there we go. And now we have a 1 in 4 chance to get the blue one. Yeah, it's gonna take a while, isn't it? Yeah. There we go. So because our input is only one thing, which is the ball, it's not really an effective thing. So let's add a sound, because you can play a sound multiple times. Everything repeat type 2, and then start adding the triggers. Each one gets its own sound. And let's test it. And we're gonna finish the video by giving Lupus some nice random sound. So here we have a sound, another sound, and another one, and another one. Whoa! So random! Alright guys, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed this tutorial. This one took a lot of time, so I'm gonna ask 40 likes. If we get 40 likes, I'm giving away the randomizer for free in the description, so you don't have to make it yourself. I would really appreciate it if you would try to help me grow by sharing the videos, supporting the videos, leaving likes, all that kind of stuff. Check my other content. Anyway, hope this was helpful. If you have a request, leave it in the comments. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.